So what's up everyone, welcome to another episode of Punderful Art. So we're almost at the end of the month of January. We're already making our way to the month of February. We're doing another painting. This time, this is going to be a lot more colorful painting. I don't know how this painting is going to turn out for us. Like always, we're going to take our time. I won't care how long it's going to take for us to get through. I think we're going to do well with this next painting. Now, it's not going to be another portrait painting. Instead, it's going to be a landscape painting. And I don't really do landscape paintings that often. I don't remember the last time I ever did a landscape painting. I know I've been doing multiple landscape drawings of cityscapes. I have done multiple portrait drawings also, but for paintings, I've just been having my concentration on portrait paintings instead of landscape ones, but for once we're doing a landscape painting. Pretty excited. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the intro. It's time for some Punderful Art. Let's go ahead and start. So I had no choice but to open up my new paint set so that way I could be able to use colors orange and yellow. Because I really needed to use those colors to make a nice and colorful painting. The yellow and orange colors I tried to use of my older paint set that I've been owning for many months now, they're completely dried out. I think yellow is still kind of dry, but kind of wet, but I feel like I wouldn't get enough paint, yellow paint, to create an image on the canvas. So, yeah, I decided to open up my newer paint set so that way I could be able to use the colors and start mixing the colors yellow and orange to create the yellow-orange color, or that tertiary color, or a golden yellow color. Maybe I should start throwing away the tubes of paint, the paint that are completely dried out, so that way I don't have to like keep opening up these tubes of these colors of paint to see which colors are usable and which colors are not that usable. I haven't really been thinking about that, and as an autistic artist, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Other artists would throw away a piece of their art supplies, or like a piece of their like art equipment, or any other type of equipment that these artists would own, and maybe gamers, but I'm only gonna have my focus on artists. They would throw away some of their things that they really don't need anymore, that are useless, or I don't know, any other like examples of like maybe like reasons why these artists would get rid of their stuff. You know, I have been throwing away some of my older drawings I really don't care about anymore. Let's say an artist decided to order some oil pastels, a box of oil pastels. I actually own like 3 boxes of oil pastels, and I've actually been using these oil pastels to draw several YouTubers for a few months, for several months now. And some of the oil pastels are completely broken. The colors are not that usable. Like, you're gonna have to use like tiny broken pieces of these colors of oil pastels. I've actually had to go through that as I've been like, when I was drawing these YouTubers. I'm still drawing these YouTubers to this day. Maybe artists would throw away some of the colors of oil pastels that are broken. I wouldn't actually do that. I would still use them. Sometimes I wouldn't even focus on using these colors. I would have to use other oil pastels. So after I got through painting, I was genuinely and originally gonna start writing down something, a few things, like for each square to make it. Okay, spoilers, I decided to do a painting of a board game because I was bored. Get it? I will do the explaining towards the end of this episode of Punderful Art. So I decided to do a painting of a board game. You might be familiar with board games like Monopoly, Sorry, or Candyland, and any other board games I really can't think about. I was gonna like start writing down maybe like move 2 spaces, lose a turn, or go again, or something like that, go to jail, or, move 4 spaces, any of that stuff that you would find in some board games. I decided not to. I feel like that was a mistake. I was too lazy to brainstorm concepts of what to put down for each square. I don't know. I felt like I screwed myself not putting down anything for every square, because it looks nothing like a board game. Okay guys, here's the finished painting that we did for this episode of Punderful Art. So this is supposed to be a board game. We got the board emoji because this, or it could also be the yawning emoji, which if you yawn in reality, then that means you're either exhausted or you're just experiencing boredom. We got the nice and colorful squares. I don't want to stick with 2 colors or 3 colors that way. I want to make this painting look as fun as it is. There was really no point of using white paint to paint this because part of this canvas is already white, so I thought that was absurd of me. I guess to make it whiter, to make the canvas a little more whiter. And we got the gray background. I don't want to leave part of this canvas white, the edges. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you board game because I threw in the middle of the board game. We got the board emoji, and I love how I did the shading for this emoji, but I hate how I did its face. I screwed up on the face. Maybe I really need to order some more paintbrushes that are better than the ones that I got. So that is going to be the end of this episode of Punderful Art. Stay tuned for more content. I hope this episode was quite enjoyable to watch, and I will catch each and every one of you guys later, so thanks for watching.